Moro! Tervetuloa Jesus Yapsin kakkosseasonin jakso numero 2 pariin. Meitsi on Nestori Frilander, teidän hosti. Tässä mun vieressä istuu Oliver Jantunen, rakas veli, mun co-hosti paikalla. Täällä ollaan taas. Tervetuloa kakkosseasonin pariin. Tää on nyt toinen jakso, mitä me duunataan. Täällä mennään. Herra blessaa edelleen ja edelleen duunataan.
Jep. Ja tervetuloa myös TV7 Yövalon katselijat.
Juurikin näin.
Päälle.
Juurikin näin. Tosiaan kakkosseasoni on meillä alkanut Spotifyn puolella. Sieltä löytyy myös nimellä Jesus Yaps tuo TV7 puolelta ja taitaa mennä vielä jakso, ei mitään haju, jakso jotain.
Kyllä.
Ja jep, mutta täällä ollaan. Kiva kun ootte messissä ja eikä lähdetä lentoon.
Tänään meillä on mielenkiintoinen jakso. Tänään on toinen jakso ikinä englannin kielellä.
Jep. Mutta ennen kuin switchataan enkkuun, niin mitä sulle kuuluu, Jano?
Mulle kuuluu ihan hyvää. Tässä on ollut, kuvaushetkellä on ollut paljon menossa. On ollut pari viikkoa sitten Sendia, helluntain maailmankonferenssia.
Pitääkö tehdä niistä joku oma jakso tai jotain?
Jep. Ja just viikonloppuna oli Ian Boys Experience, josta päästään ehkä vähän tänäänkin juttelemaan. Mites sulla, Nestori, menee?
Mulla menee ihan hyvin. Kiitos kysymästä. Väsyttää aika paljon, on ollut kyllä kieltämättä vähän meininkiä, mutta kohta alkaa loma. Mä olen tuossa vähän alle viikon päästä Norjaa yhdellä kesäleirillä, niin pääsee vähän ottaa chilliä ja pääsee ottaa vastaan siellä. Waivam Refresh-leirillä se natsaa.
Kyllä. Vaihdetaanko kieltä?
Yeah. I think we should switch language now. So now we're speaking English. We have an English-speaking guest today. Would you want to?
Yeah, he's the boss. He's the man himself.
Man, myth, the legend.
Yeah, Malachi Simmons, welcome.
Thank you very much. I feel like there's like a clapping track playing right now. In my head, there's a clapping track.
First of all, can you tell us who is Malachi? Who are you? What do you do? What is this handsome man who's sitting right beside, next to me?
Yeah, my name is Malachi Simmons. I speak English. It's the only language I speak, unfortunately. I'm working on it. I'm working on other languages, Japanese and Finnish at the minute.
Yeah.
My Japanese is better than my Finnish.
Wow.
So
Crazy.
if you ask me to speak Finnish, just know that the Japanese is better than that.
Yeah.
So, you know. And yeah, my official title is I am the head of operations at Ian Boys.
Yeah.
And originally from Bermuda, now I'm here in Finland.
Yeah.
That's me currently. I also am a dancer, dance teacher and choreographer.
Yeah.
And I do other odd jobs here and there, but the core thing that I am doing with most of my time at the minute. And most importantly, I am a husband and I am a new father.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, come on.
I have a wife, amazing wife Carolina, and then my son Zion is 3.5 months.
Yes.
So,
He's so beautiful.
Yeah.
We love Zion.
So that's me in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Before we move to Ian Boys and culture, and I also want to talk about dance a bit because we've never had a dancer on this show before.
You're the first
Let's first talk about your testimony. Could you share that to us? How did you come to Christ
my
and everything?
testimony. So I guess a little bit about Bermuda before we start. Bermuda's a tiny island, 63,000 people. So it's less than Espoo. It's 21 square miles.
Yeah.
It's one of the most densely populated countries in the world. So it's like 21 square miles and then 63,000 people on that.
Crazy.
And I grew up there. I lived there until I was 19 years old.
Yeah.
And I had such energy when I was younger. I'm diagnosed with ADHD, which is such a blessing for me.
Yes, sir.
I love it. I truly believe that a lot of these assessments are just us figuring out how it is that we work and what it is that we need to do in order for us to be efficient in certain areas. Like there's people who are really good with certain things, but socially they need to do certain things in order to excel in that area. Yeah. So I look at it in that way, but because of my ADHD and because of my hyperactive way that God made me, I was just a wild child. And my mom put me into everything. She put me into gymnastics. She put me into dance. She put me into acting. I did singing. I did tennis. I did sailing, swimming,
a lot of stuff.
water polo, but bro, rugby, everything. Like
Water
everything.
polo is wild.
Cricket, football, as in soccer, football.
Yeah.
The real football.
Trust me. And Bermuda's a British overseas territory. So I am actually, as a Bermudian, I am British.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't have a strong Bermudian accent because my mom is from the States and my dad is from Wales.
Yeah.
And
Wales,
yeah,
nice.
and my dad's dad is Bermudian, and my dad moved to Bermuda when he was like 13, but neither of them had a strong Bermudian accent.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, I was interested in acting. I decided I want to be an actor, and I went to Sunday school when I was younger. Bermuda has a lot of, I call it cultural Christianity. It's kind of like a regular thing that people go to church.
Yeah.
I think a difference between Bermuda and Finland with the cultural Christianity is Bermudians are nosy, and what's your business is my business.
Yeah.
And so if I go to church all the time, I'm bringing you to church with me. So
Whoa.
I think a lot of
I like
Bermudians
that.
go
We
to
need that.
church. Yeah, a lot of Bermudians go to church regularly, but I would also say that it doesn't necessarily show up in their lives, in their day to day. Anyway, so I went to Sunday school when I was younger, and then my life, we didn't go to church. Me growing up, we weren't. I considered myself a Christian, but I had no idea what that meant. I really thought that maybe Jesus wasn't even a real person, to be honest. I was like, the debate is, was Jesus even real? And I didn't know the part that he played in Christianity. I really didn't know much at all.
Yeah.
When I was 18 years old, I worked with this guy called Adrian. He had recently given his life to Christ a year before, and he was a worship leader, and he was worshiping. He was on the worship team, and he was telling me, hey, you can have a relationship with God. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, yeah, I have a girlfriend, and we're celibate. And I was like, we know what celibate means, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, cool. And I was like, oh, okay, good for you. I'm not. Nice, bro. so I was 18, and I went to church with him, and I was like, saw this woman get healed, get up and run, and I knew her as well, and I was like, this is kind of crazy, but
Yeah.
she seems like she's still limping. I don't know. And then I continued my life.
Bro had some doubts.
Right, bro, I did. I mean, I was like, but I didn't, it was like, it was cool, but it just didn't, I didn't know what a life with Christ looked like, right?
Yeah.
So I just continued doing my thing.
Yeah.
At the end of that year, I'd taken a gap year to go to university. And at the end of that year, my dad passed away. I was 18 years old. And that made me start to think, like, who am I? Kind of really reflect on my personality, good parts of my dad, bad parts of my dad. Same with my mother. She didn't pass away, but same with her, good parts and bad parts.
Yeah.
And went off to university. I met a friend there. And after 4 years of knowing him, I went off to university to do acting, and I ended up switching to dance.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after 4 years of knowing this person, his name is Theo, he ended up going back to Christ.
Wow.
And he was like my twin. I mean, he still is. Like, we're very similar. So for me, it was kind of, I was like, okay. And he was speaking to me in apologetics. So he was saying, not only is God real, but it's the God in Christianity, which is the one true living God, and this is why.
Amen.
Yeah.
And so I was just discussing with him about it. So I went to church with him, and same thing. I was like, oh, this is cool, and then continued my life. This was in 2024. I was probably about 22 at that point,
2024?
I think. No,
That was
I'm
last
sorry.
year.
2024
I'm
is
cooked.
last year.
2014. Cooked, bro. 22. 10 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
20.
That's
22.
actually crazy.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
like, wait,
32
I saw you
now.
in Finland
Bro,
last year.
I'm cooked. No.
Bro was not in Bermuda.
Bro, last year I started with Ian Boys, and I was not saved, bro. I was no
Bro was
joking.
like 22.
Yeah, I was married, bro. I was wilding. No. Don't clip that. That's not true.
Wait, actually, just
No,
gonna clip
stop
that. Just for
right
you.
now. Stop. All
And
the
it says
cameras
his camera
stop.
on already.
No, but in 2014, I went to church with my friend, and I was like, it doesn't really I was doing my dance thing, and I ended up going to LA.
Yeah.
And in 2017, it was probably, at that point, it was the hardest year of my life. I was depressed. Thankfully, I've never been interested in drugs, but I was drinking all the time. I was looking at porn all the time.
Yeah.
I was up late at night. Bro, I was playing League of Legends till like 5 a.m. all the time.
Whoa.
Like, my life was just, I was like, I don't know what to do. I had gone to the city where the options kind of unfolded before me.
Yeah.
Morally, because of where I was raised, I wasn't wilding out. Like, I knew people who were in polyamorous relationships and things like this.
Yeah.
And thankfully, I didn't go into any of that, but I was just in such a low place. And then I met this person, and I started to witness the power of the Holy Spirit on earth. Like, I started to see this person prophesying over people. They called me and they were like, "Are you with this person?" I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "Can you give them the phone?" I gave them the phone, and then they just start crying. And they're like, "I literally was just praying about that this morning. God said that to me this morning." And I'm like, "God said this to you?" I'm like, "What is happening?"
Yeah.
Right. So I'm witnessing this power of God here on earth. And I was like, whatever this is, I need this. This is something that is real and is close, and I can hold on to this, because I was always a positive person. So when I was low, I would just pull myself out.
Yeah.
And in 2017, I realized that there's some places that you can't pull yourself out of.
Yeah.
And so on my 25th birthday, I got blackout drunk. And the next day I went to church. I went to Hillsong Church, LA, and I gave my life to Christ.
Whoa.
And I was like, I need this to
Were you
stay.
hungover still?
Bro, I know. I was like,
He was
no,
still
because
drunk.
no, because I didn't get hungovers. I was like a fish. Like,
Bro, it's
for
just
me, it
built
was
different.
easy. Yeah, man. I remember someone saying to me, "Oh, I saw your old Facebook pictures, and there's a photo of me holding an entire bottle of rum." Like, I backed that bottle of rum. Like, I drank like crazy.
Where's the rum gone?
Because the thing is, my dad was an alcoholic. And so because I didn't want to be an alcoholic, what I did was I decided I won't drink during the day. I won't drink like beers and stuff like that. If I drink, I'm drinking for, like, if I drink, it's lit. Like, I'm getting smashed. And that was what I decided in my head.
Whoopa.
So I never did it to cope with anything.
Yeah.
But it was like, this is what we do. We're at a party, we're drinking. This is what I thought. And I just was like, man, this lifestyle is, I mean, my dad passed away. He was a diabetic, and he was drunk when he passed away. He went into a diabetic coma. He passed away suddenly like that. So it wasn't like he was sick or anything. He was very healthy.
Yeah.
You know, so alcohol killed my dad, you know?
Yeah.
And my mom was like, you really need to be mindful about your genetics, all of this stuff. My mom is a very smart woman. She knows a lot of things. And so she was always teaching me a lot. And so anyways, 25th birthday, got blackout drunk, and I gave my life to Christ. And I was so hungry. I was so like desperate. They mentioned the book of Malachi that day in the giving, right? Because in the book of Malachi, it says, bring 10% into the store, bring the whole tithe into the storehouse and see if I won't open the gates of heaven that you can't even hold it anymore, right? So, you know, when they talk about the tithe, sometimes the book of Malachi is the one. They're like, bring the whole tithe.
Bring the whole thing.
Right,
in.
exactly. So every week, for that month, they mentioned the book of Malachi, and every week for that month, I gave my life to Christ. Bro, I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, this needs to stick. I was like, please,
Bro, I
please,
said
you want to
pretty
give your
many
life to Christ?
times.
I'm like, please, let me just confirm it. Let me sign the dotted line 3 times. I gave my life to Christ every single week that month, and at the end of that month, I started to tithe as well. And then my life
good.
changed.
Wow.
I mean, miraculously, like a few months before I lost my job.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, it just changed. I started to do street performing. I made way more income than I did before. I ended up performing at the Hillsong Conference as Jesus Behind the Veil in LA in 2017. I got to go to that conference for free. I mean, it was like God just opened up so much for me and told me how he saw me. So that's how I came to Christ. And then the rest is like, that was in 2017. So we're 8 years on from that now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That was a really good story.
wild.
I haven't heard that.
There you go. It's a long one. So, I mean, and
but
even
I've heard
then,
some parts of it.
Yeah,
I've
it's
heard
a long
I've
one.
heard the part where you were like really drunk and next day you gave love to Jesus.
That's what I tell people. That's the short one and that's the easy one. They kind of get an insight into it. But it was 3 people in my life who really like impacted me to come closer and closer to Christ.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. And I have a video on YouTube about it. It's called, I don't remember what it's called. It's on YouTube. It says something about a man searching for his purpose, but it's a dance video which kind of encompasses from when my dad passed away to when I became married.
Oh.
So because when I got married, it was 10 years of when my dad passed away. 2011, he passed away. 2021, I got married. And that was the year that I missed my dad the most because I didn't have a man in my life who was with me. I was trying on the suit by myself. I was like, it was a very like difficult, it was a lot. And I was like, man, I really miss my dad in this year. So that video is on YouTube. You can check it out.
Yeah. Try to find it.
Yeah, try to find it. Just Malachi Simmons, and then you'll see my YouTube. And then on there, it's like a man purpose something.
Man purpose something.
Yeah, something.
Man purpose.
Good luck, bruv. Just watch them all.
direct ad.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Before we go to Ian Boys, I see you're wearing some. You have some
Yes.
Ian Boys on. I have some Ian Boys on.
Yes.
Could we first?
I don't have any ambos.
Yeah, I know, bro. You know what? I was actually, truth be told, I was gonna stop at the office and bring some merch for you guys.
Bro.
But we have a new drop coming in. So I know I'm gonna see you guys at Confa. So
I'm not sure
come,
if I'm coming. I'm so sorry.
But
No,
I
it's
keep
okay.
going with the story.
But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring a hoodie for each of you from
really?
that new drop. Yes, of course.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
It's a
I was gonna bring it, but then
Yeah.
I was gonna bring. We have a new one, which is the Fear Not Black.
Yeah, that's so cool.
You like that one?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Okay. Wait till you see the new ones, and you let me know, and then one of those 3, I'll pass it to you, and you can let me know as well. I was gonna bring that one.
Yeah.
And this guy needs to have one too.
I'll bring you one too. Brother. Yeah.
The whole crew.
Yeah, exactly. But I wasn't sure what you guys would want, and I was gonna bring
bro.
that, but so
love
that's why I
that,
don't have anything today.
Thank you
but I
in
got you.
advance.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For the ministry.
Yeah.
I had my birthday a week ago. So it's basically
Really?
birthday
Oh yeah,
gift
you
too.
did. Yeah, happy belated, bro.
Thank
yeah,
you,
I wasn't invited. It was a surprise. I don't know who organized
It wasn't actually a surprise, but I
Boy.
What?
Okay,
That
so I wasn't
offensive.
invited.
That
all
was
good.
offended voice.
That's all good.
Okay.
I was I created the birthday group. There was the whole Send week and everything. I've been touring for the whole spring. I was really tired. It was like 3 a.m. one night. I was like, yeah, I'm actually gonna do a party. And 3 a.m. one night I did the group. And for the next week I was like, oh yeah, this person. And still on the day I was like, oh yeah, I forgot these and these and these.
Yeah, and I was on that. I get it. Yeah, no worries.
No. Yeah,
Happy belated birthday, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, happy birthday, bro. Okay, before we go
You were there.
before we go to Ian Boys, can we talk about dancing?
Yeah.
I've talked
Dance
about
time.
that with you a lot, I think. Like
think
not
maybe.
dancing, but I mean the part where the industry comes in and everything like that.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
talk about that and like talk about yourself being there as a Christian man in
Yeah.
that industry.
Yeah. Well,
You've been doing like dance parts in music videos for pretty big artists in Finland. So
yeah,
so, like,
yeah.
that would be cool to
Actually,
hear.
yeah. So in LA, I've danced with the Baby, Chris Brown, Fabulous. Don't let me blank now. I'm blanking. The Lord's like, bro,
Yeah,
Bro.
he's like, stop. I'm like, okay, sorry.
Stop the
Lord.
count.
Yeah. He's like, no, not the cap.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
like, stop all that. But I have danced for art. Yes, big artists here like Robin and Kayako and
Egazulu.
and then and Egazulu. Yeah, and Egazulu recently, and and then in LA for Chris and the Baby and some other artists. I think for me it's been a really difficult journey actually because I had moved to LA to pursue a career in dance, and then right in the first 9 months of being there, my whole life has transformed.
Yeah.
Right. So now it was from that point onward, it's always a developing and more wisdom being poured off, because what I know is that we can't just leave that industry alone.
Yeah.
Because it has people's minds, their hearts, their eyes, their ears. It has everything, you know? So we can't leave it alone, but we also can't co-sign what's happening there.
Yeah.
And so it's really difficult because I know so many Christians who are in the dance industry and it's a daily struggle of being like, Lord, am I supposed to be here? Like, am I supposed to be a part of this? What is my part in this? And the way that, to be honest, the way that a lot of people justify it in their head, if they're not sure, is they say, I'm gonna be there to represent what a Christian is. And it's like, but you're also going on stage and dancing to these things or doing these things, which represent the exact opposite. So maybe behind the scenes you're talking to people, maybe, but in front of the scenes you're definitely not. And that's the difficult aspect of it, is like, and the Lord recently, I mean, I guess I can talk about my journey more specifically. Before, I was, to be honest, I would dance for pretty much anyone except for probably like nudity or like or visual examples of profanity, if that makes sense. For me, it didn't really matter if there was cursing in the song or things like that. I didn't curse, but I was like, you know, I was like, this is how it is, and I need to be a part of this or whatever. But nowadays, the Lord is really refining me, and I think he's doing something as well with people where he's opening up doors for dancers to actually dance to artists with artists that are on the same vision as what the Lord has. Before, in 2017, Christian rap and Christian artistry was not where it is now, especially not in a mainstream way. And dancers always have a difficult time because we're at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to pay, when it comes to anything. And we're always subject to someone else's art, usually. It's not our own thing. And so as a dancer, that has been the struggle. And especially in Finland, I think in LA, these are men and these are women. Here it's very gender fluid, which has been really difficult for me. And so at this point now, I'm not dancing in the industry because I saw that the Lord really protected me when I first moved here. Pretty much most of the gigs that I did were not like compromising. I was really protected, especially like UMCO. I danced with Robin, and the song was chill, you know. It was like it was just a jamming song, and no profanity, nothing like that. But other artists had a whole different thing going on. So as a dancer, it's always been a struggle, and I feel like that really is my heart for people in the dance industry to start to kind of make a move in there. But when it comes to what I've done in the dance industry, it's actually offered me a really valuable experience and viewpoint on fame, on elevation in the arts specifically, on all of these things, and it gives me a lot as well, a lot of knowledge and wisdom when it comes to now running EM Boys and what it is that I do with EM Boys. So that's kind of been my journey with dance. I'm still on my way. It's still unfolding before me, but what I do always is I always check my heart and make sure that I'm seeking the Lord.
Yeah.
And I think there's more actually that'll tie into that with Ian Boys as well.
Yeah.
But so I think with dance, that's kind of been the journey with me. I started with contemporary, then I did hip hop and whatnot in LA, and I did a lot of freestyle and whatnot. And I was actually in a Christian dance company in LA as well. They actually Cantinas Arts, they're one of the main funders of the Dove Awards and all of these things. And we did I did a lot of stuff with them. So I loved doing that. For me, that was incredible. The rest of the stuff, it was like, I want to make an impact, and I'm trying to find out a way to be a representative and to kind of shift culture while I'm here. And I love dancing. So it was always a real struggle for me. And I still have friends in LA who I talk to, and you fall underneath this lie sometimes, and it can be really difficult. Especially in the industry, it's really easy to kind of start to compromise, and things become normalized when it's not of God, and it's definitely not normal.
Should we move on to Ian Boys?
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Because I don't know anything about the dance industry or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean the dance industry.
Neither we and dancers.
You heard, bro? Come, bro. I'll teach you guys,
bro. Because
I would love to
I've been joking so much about this because I have as an artist, I have this song called "Tanssi," which means dance.
Yeah.
And every time I perform it, I'm like, this is kind of ironic that I have this song, but I don't know how to dance.
Yeah.
And then I was just saying to everybody in the audience that because I don't know how to dance, you need to dance.
There you go. No, but you should dance as well.
Yeah, I know. But
do you dance when you do it?
I would no, but
Bro, you need to.
I would love to learn, and we gotta talk about this later more.
No. This is a part of it.
Bro.
This is
so
a
cool.
part of it.
Like I'm dreaming about this next year because I'm gonna release my second album next year.
Yeah, there you go. W album.
Yeah, this is like sneak peek.
W album. Now I'm interviewing you. Tell me, bro.
Well, how to turn tables. As I'm releasing my new album next year, and Yoda is producing it.
Yeah.
And I've been talking to Yoda about this wanting to do release tour for the album.
Yeah.
And have trying to sell my show to maybe bigger venues and bigger events. And I've been dreaming as a pop artist because I switched 1 year ago from rap to pop.
Yeah.
And as a pop artist, I would love to build up my stage show more with having a dance crew with me. Because many of my songs have this the tempo is perfect for choreographic.
But the thing is do you imagine yourself dancing?
I can learn.
Okay, but do you want to?
I would love to.
Okay. But you can, well then that's a different thing, I guess. Because I was like, if it's ironic and you're telling people you can't dance, bro, just dance in it. You know what I mean? People are going to be like, hey, you have to be like, I can't dance and I'm going to dance, so you can't dance, so you're going to dance too. But I get it. It's an image thing.
I can move my body, but I don't have the confidence or even.
Well, see, that's the thing.
Yeah.
You know
the confidence
is
my problem, but I would love to gain that.
Here's one of the things that I say about dancing, and it's about artistry as well, is that it displays, the reason why people love it so much, it displays the best qualities of humanity. And one of the biggest ones is confidence, bro. Come on now. You just got to step out. Be trash if you're trash, you know? It's all good because
bro.
It's not about what this is, it's about what this is.
Yeah,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying?
We should collab maybe on some of my songs maybe.
I'm like choreography and teaching. I'm down to
That would be
teach you,
so
bro.
cool.
I'm down.
That would be
I'll
so
send you
cool.
my rate.
Right.
How much I gotta pay?
That was easy.
Bro, it's gonna send me after 2 hours. Yeah, it's gonna be 3,000 euros.
You know what's hilarious? Someone in England once told me, they were like, you know what, Malachi, you're really expensive, but you are worth it. I was like, thank you. Yeah. Now because I've been walking with the Lord for a while, I'm much more lenient on rates and even doing stuff for free and stuff like that, because I'm like, we just give, the Lord's gonna give to me. So
it's gonna have to be made some
bro, no,
some
I'm down.
brotherhood.
Honestly, I'm down to teach you for free. I'm here for it.
That's so
honestly,
cool.
if I have the time, bro. If I have the time, I'm here for
There's
it.
the handshake.
I had to say if I have the time
There's
because
a viral handshake.
because
Caught in
yeah,
4K.
exactly. I got you, bro. Honestly,
Yeah.
So cool.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
David Nestori dance show is gonna happen.
Crazy.
Okay, let's switch.
Yeah.
Let's
Clothing.
go.
Ian Boys.
Ian Boys.
Ian
Yes.
Boys.
If
Go
I
buy it. IanBoys.com.
yes.
Bow.
Yeah,
Do it.
and that's it.
We ran
Thank you
out
for
of money
listening
for the budget
episode.
for the advertising, so this is the advertising. We got new. No, I'm joking. Go on.
Okay.
You're gonna have time for that later on the episode.
No, play.
If I think about Ian Boys,
Yeah.
and I look at myself 2.5 years ago before I did anything with Ian Boys, everything I knew about it was that it's a clothing brand. It has some ties to Emmanuel, which is the rap duo, and it has cool stuff on it. So could you tell people what Ian Boys is, especially the TV7 people who may not know what Ian Boys is, and what is Ian Boys? What are you doing there, and what is the vision that you guys want to carry and have?
Yeah, I mean that's it. Like that's no, I'm joking. Imagine I mean that's all I know about it as well.
Cool stuff.
Ian Boys is it's a very complicated history in terms of with how it started, what it was, what it's become. But instead of going into that, let's talk about what it is now. Because now I'm involved. Ian Boys is a clothing brand. But most importantly, it is a mission, and the mission is to reach the lost and the broken, and really the ones who are questioning, the ones who are curious, the ones who, I mean, we want to reach everyone, but realistically or in reality, it's like we go. Step by step. So we kind of reach to the ones who are lost and broken, and then we also reach to the Christians. So our goal is to not only empower young Christians in their faith and for them to have something that they can wear and champion Christ in public places, especially in places where people really don't like Jesus or Christianity. And also those who are searching, seeking. I mean, everyone is searching and seeking. So forget that. For those who are lost and broken, we go after them as well. So Ian Boys is a clothing brand who partners with or brings Jesus to the youth through culture. That's kind of what we've been putting as our tag for ourselves to walk out. And that culture primarily is hip hop culture. It is the pop culture of the world right now. Is hip hop culture, and so we mirror that a lot. We kind of go after this more hip hop mixes with Eastern European grunge style in order to reach what is popular in the youth right now, because social media is dark. The youth culture right now is dark. The things that trend and fashion as a whole is dark, and there's so much demonic activity that happens there. There's so much that captures young people's minds. So we try to or work to hijack that in order to make a move in the culture for young people to see a presence of God without them being put off or without them going, oh, I've heard this before, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It kind of ties into the way that we design everything, to be honest. It's really difficult to design these clothes because we want to bring something for Christians and we want to bring something for those who are not Christians.
Yeah.
And we value very different things in Christianity and in the world. So how do we do that? We look at our clothing and pretty much everything we do as parables. So we try not to say this is this and this and this and this, but we try to bring the Bible onto clothing in the same way and in a way that speaks to people, in the same way that Jesus met people where they were at and he spoke in a language that they understood. We try to do that with the clothing. So, for example, I mean, on the back of this, there's an image of Jesus in full glory.
Yeah.
But so he's on a horse, he's got a sword, he's got a face of light. But those who are not Christian don't know who that is.
Yeah.
They see a man on a horse and they're like, oh, this is dope.
Yeah.
Those who are Christian, they know who that is.
Yeah.
And then it says, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So then those who are not Christian go, oh, I need this.
Yeah.
Like I'm invincible with this.
Yeah.
Sorry, did I say those who are not Christian or those who are Christian?
Those who are none.
Who are not Christian, they're like that. And then those who are Christian are like, oh, this is my favorite passage. This is the season that I'm in right now. I really want to wear this. This feels like the armor of God. And we have so many testimonies of people being evangelized through the clothing by purchasing it and questioning and starting to come to Christ, being evangelized through the clothing by someone else wearing it, and even finding Christian community as a new Christian through wearing the clothing.
Wow.
So there's it really is that, and then beyond that, it's a community. You know, it's a community of young people, of creatives, of artists. It represents high level Christian creativity in culture, making a move for the kingdom of God into those spaces that does not just stamp Jesus on it, because if you put Jesus on it, the Christians go, yes, that's what we're about, but actually cares about the content and build something which people look at and they go, this is excellent.
Yeah.
Why is this excellent? And we go, because it was a vision from the Lord and we cared about it so much that we executed it in a way that represented or at least mirrored to some degree his excellence and what it is that he's placed in us.
Yeah.
So that's kind of Ian Boys in a way. There's so many levels to it, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
there
even
is.
for myself personally, I don't know if I should keep yapping or...
You can keep going.
Okay,
Whatever.
well, another big part of it. Yeah.
Keep it short because we have 25 minutes left on the episode.
Okay.
But yeah, you can keep going.
Okay, yeah.
I'll just stop you if you go.
Yeah.
over
But
it.
feel free to hop
Yeah.
in and, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
because otherwise I'm going to just yap the whole time.
We know.
That's
And then it's
basically
gonna
the
be
point.
but then it's not going to be Jesus yaps. It's going to be Malachi's monologue.
Malachi yapping about Jesus though.
No, another big
podcast
thing that I
name.
do is, and actually this actually ties into a bit of the confusion as well. Ian Boy started with Emmanuel and kind of like merch for Emmanuel. And then they had these boys that were dancing on stage with them, and then those boys started to make music as well. And when I think when they brought them on stage one time, they were like Ian Boys, and then it was Ian Boys,
Yeah.
and then clothing was Ian Boys, and then they had the boys with them everywhere. And that all kind of fractured and went different directions.
Yeah.
And now it feels as if there's this new wave of Ian Boys in a way, separately from Emmanuel. I got love for Emmanuel. They're Miko and Ronnie are my brothers.
Yeah.
But the entity itself is separate. They do what they do and we do what we do, and we have a vision, etc. But we now have all these extremely talented young gospel artists who champion our clothing and who are a community in themselves, and I am a part of that. And one thing that I do and I really value is I have a personal relationship with each of these artists that you see who are in our videos or who are wearing our stuff, because I feel it's really important to disciple these young men and let them know the risks which come with stepping into industry work and with being elevated on a platform. Because the young people, it's not up to us to how do I put this? Was it Paul in the Bible? They were walking and they wanted to build statues of them. They started to idolize them, and they were like, "Don't idolize us. We can't control who idolizes us or not. We can't control that. We can control who we idolize, and we can mitigate the risk of idolatry to a degree." But we can't control that. What we can control is our heart when people start to treat us a certain way, and we can control our actions. And that's one thing that I really care about when it comes to these young men, because they have such a following and they have so many young people who look up to them that it is very easy for us to become disillusioned and to become like slowly but surely falling away from Christ in the in our heart, in our humility and stuff. So I speak with them regularly. I like on the phone, meeting up, coffee, sauna, all of this.
Yeah.
Because for me, when it comes to this brand, these guys are a huge part of it. I mean, everyone who comes in, who wears the stuff, Jantunen, we met just last year, but we've spent really good time together. We've had really great conversations, and
really great.
And so what I care about is that there's good discipleship which happens with these guys. And I'm a leader at a church as well, but they don't all go to that church. So it's not like out of a church authority position that I do that. It's out of a heart that God has given me for these young men and for artistry and creativity and for like healthy culture. Healthy culture. And that's one thing that I really care about. That's one thing I learned from being in the industry, that it's very easy for it to become unhealthy. It's very, very easy. So, we are not perfect. We are all broken. Even as we've walked with Christ for so many years, it's so easy for the devil to come in and sweep the rug out from under our feet, and for us to sacrifice everything. And that's one thing that that we try to do with these young men. That's what I personally try to do with these young men, because it's a part of it. For me, it's a huge part of it.
But this is also what I love about Ian Boys. I was actually going to say this, but to me anymore, it's not just a clothing brand. It's also a community.
It is.
I love all of you guys and love the people as you talk, the artists and everything. I also know them very well. Most of them. So it's a community also. And I love that, and I love to see your heart in it.
And it like the whole community speaks really good stuff to the performance and artistry culture of Finland. Like in that culture especially, it's so needed. Like I've mentioned this like so many times in this podcast during the first season, that thing that Paul says and writes in the Bible, that imitate me as I imitate Christ. And that's so important in this culture and in the artistry culture, in the performance culture, in the clothing culture, the whole pop culture. It's so important that there's people that step in the place and a place of leadership and take ownership of the culture, take ownership what God wants to do in the culture. Because if we look like to the whole popular culture, it's what a mission field it is. When you step as a leader to that culture, to that place, and be like, okay, I take ownership because I know God wants to move here. And you pee. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Get this.
This is don't clip that.
Don't clip. Cover your mouth when you say it.
Rewind. And when you be in that place, and you step there and be like, okay, this is my heart, that I look to Christ. My eyes are locked at Jesus, and I'm like, I imitate Christ. And then you step to the place of leadership and ownership to the culture and be like, okay, imitate me in this culture as I imitate Christ. That's the way you how you bring the gospel to the culture, to the popular culture. That's how you bring Jesus there. That's how you bring Jesus to the clothing, how you bring Jesus to the performance, like dance, music, how you bring Jesus to events, how you bring Jesus to pretty much everything, podcasts.
100%.
Yeah, because when there's people that take ownership.
100%.
And the people that do take the ownership, their heart posture needs to be that imitate me as I imitate Christ.
100%.
Because if there's any like place of like pride or being like, okay, like even like gaining any like idolizing or anything, that will fall. That will 100%. Fall down really quick.
100%.
Like the only way, like, I actually like believe that the only way that in this culture, the only way to do something that will actually carry through, like eternal fruit in this culture, is that there's people that stand in the place of leadership with the heart posture that I imitate Christ, so you may imitate me.
100%.
100%.
And it's actually like, I mean, and it's something that we can do together as well.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that like when you were talking about community, truth be told, I mean, I would not have in a million years asked for this. So when it comes to like mission fields and stuff like that, it's like we have to humble ourselves and soften our hearts to God, because otherwise we will not find the reason as to why God has placed us into certain places. And I wouldn't have been able to find the reason if I didn't have a soft heart, because when it came to designing clothes, ordering clothes, marketing, all of these things, I was like, bro, let me just dance. And and Hannes, who's the founder of EM Boy or co-founder of EM Boys, he was telling me, you know, it's so important this, and I'm like, bro, it's just a clothing brand. Like, relax,
bro. Let me just dance.
You know what I'm saying? But this was in the first few months. I didn't say that to him because that's crazy. But this was what I wrestled with. Is he was like, it's this and this, and I'm like, I just don't see it. You know, because I just started. And then I was at Johannes conference, and I saw this community of people just coming in, because it was all online. I was alone. I mean, maybe one, like people coming alongside me.
Yeah.
But it was all online, so I didn't know this community. And then when I went there, I was like, okay, I see it now. Yeah. And it's just been unfolding and unfolding and unfolding. And now this year is incredible, because we just did the EM Boys experience, but at the EM Boys experience, we had Alpha Youth there, we had the Send there, we had people from Steiger there, we had, these are organizations which are doing amazing work for Christ, and they have just come in and been like, hey, like, come, let's do this together. Hey, let's do this together. I went to the Send Leadership Conference in like February. I went to the Alpha Youth Leadership Conference in, when was that? It was like last month, May. May. And then I went to, and then I was I was speaking recently. I don't know if this is secret or not. It doesn't matter. With Steiger, they were, I was talking to them, and they were like, hey, you should come to the leadership gathering in Germany in August, which I can't make it to, but I think it's just so amazing what God is doing, where he's like putting these individuals who have a soft heart and a love for the Lord, and in seeing his love go out to people together.
Absolutely.
I mean, even being on here with you guys, like I'm honored.
Yeah.
So I think like
and we were too at the experience,
right?
So I was there with the Send, so I can like just say like from the place of like I was at the prayer service with the Send, like that's what I was doing there. So like that the level how like different organizations are collaborating during that for gospel to be spread, for Jesus to be glorified. It's just like it's like straight up more than an event, and that's the purpose. And
Glow as well. We had the right. I mean, they were on the door. Yeah. So it was.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah. And like just like speaking about like how many salvations we saw on the Saturday night. Like when Lucas was preaching. Yeah. Like I got to pray for like 3 different people. Really? I think that were like, I'm gonna give my life to Jesus. Yeah. And like so many, even like I think we got to pray for 13 or 14 people that gave their life to Jesus first time. Amen. But during the altar call, there was way more. Yeah. Like not all of them wanted to come to the prayer service, but I think there was like maybe 20, 25 people gave their life to Jesus on Saturday night.
On Saturday night, it was like 25, and then on Friday night, I think it was 6.
Yeah, so it's over
31 people
at a rap event.
Yeah, at a gospel rap event, and
at a secular venue,
bro. At a secular venue. The capacity for that venue is 600. So mathematically speaking, we had what is that? That's 5%. I think 5% of the entire audience gave their life to Christ, which sounds incredible, right? When you put it like that, right?
That's wild. But that's just something that God is doing right now, bro. That's just something that happens. Like it's wild. Because like some years ago, people couldn't even dream about this.
Yeah, definitely
like
not.
Like gospel being shared in that like effectiveness and people giving their life to Jesus that much. I probably mentioned this before in our podcast. Like, but my roommate Matthias Toivainen, when he used to live in Lahti, he has shared this testament that he used to share the gospel every day at the streets of Lahti for 6 years. 6 years in a row. Yeah. Every day. Yeah. And so one people giving their life to Jesus.
That's what it's about.
Now it's like bro, we see 31 people giving their life to Jesus at an like rap event in 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's wild.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
We've seen during the last year just with the send like almost 1,000 people giving their life to Jesus.
Amen.
It's wild.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
This is just what is happening. This is like this revival, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
We
good
sh-
stuff.
We shall move.
We're nearing the end of this episode, but
Yeah.
what if we have talked about is that Boys has been like rising up, or how do you want to say it? Something is happening. You've been doing good stuff.
It's getting
with Boys
it's
and
getting really
it's
good
getting
momentum.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I see is that, as Teresa would say, you're stomping on the territory of the
Yeah.
enemy right now, with a really big foot.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Yeah.
But where do you see Boys in 5 years?
Oh my gosh, bro.
Basic
Everywhere.
school question,
Try
though.
to keep it short.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you where I would have seen Ian Boys.
Where do you want to see Boys?
Yeah,
What's your
no,
dream?
I mean, the thing is here's my honest thing. Honestly, whatever God wants,
Yeah.
I promise you, it's that. Because what I realized. So when I was telling my testimony earlier, I don't know how much time we have. How much time do we have? 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, we don't worry. I'm a. When I was telling my testimony earlier, I said that 2017 was at that time the worst year of my life.
Yeah.
Now, 2024 was the worst year of my life. I promise you. It was the hardest year. Maybe worse. Maybe isn't the way. It was the hardest year of my life. And what's crazy is, if you look at my life from the outside, I had a job where I was, so I'm the head of operations, but essentially I'm the acting CEO. So above me is ownership. I am running the company. We have people who volunteer, and then some people who work at the company as well. And I'm overseeing all of that and going out and making things happen, etc. But last year, if you looked at what my life looked like, I was in a position where I was, in a way, I could make decisions as a boss. Financially I was good. My wife was pregnant. We were expecting, which was so exciting. I had so much, so many people coming up to me and saying, what you're doing for the Lord is amazing. So I was serving the Lord in a capacity and doing effective work in a capacity that I had not done before.
Yeah.
I had just joined a church, which I'm now a leader of, which is an English-speaking church here in Helsinki.
Yeah.
And for me, that was amazing because my Finnish isn't good and the translations aren't always that good.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of things that, if you looked at my life from the outside in, it was great, no problems,
Yeah.
But I had never felt like I had struggled so much in that year. And the reason why was because God was breaking every single dream and idea that I had of my own life.
Wow.
Because I come from a warm, hot country, and I live in Finland,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm loud and I talk a lot and I'm very direct and open and I'm not really good at reading between the lines. And I live in Finland.
Yeah.
My mom 2 years ago, she had a stroke, and last year, she's like recovering, and her speech, still isn't where it was at. Like, all of this happening at that time. My niece was stabbed. My nephew was shot. Like, so many things. They're alive and well, but so many things happened last year.
Yeah.
Externally, my life looks good on some things. Other things, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But internally, God was just like, oh my gosh, I can't even begin to describe it. But what I realized is that I surrender it all.
Yeah.
I realized that I was like, that what I want, what I think I want in my head isn't always what I need. And God has prophesied this over me since I became a Christian. He said, God is going to give you more than you can ask or imagine. And I know that sounds cliche, but so many people have prophesied that to me. And I'm like, yeah.
That's so
But then you realize maybe you just want what you ask for.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't want more than you can ask or imagine. Maybe you just want what you ask for because more money, more problems. No, but as you get elevated, there's more that's expected of you.
Yeah.
And last year, running EM Boys, doing things that I'd never done before after so many years of doing dance and it coming like this, it was so difficult for me. I felt so far away from the Lord. And what God revealed to me is he was like, actually, you're where you've always been. It's just that you have been in a place where almost it was easier for you to come to me. And now it's harder because your heart is not for these things that I'm putting in front of you. Clothing I love, but I've never been into like hype, loud brands, things like this. And EM Boys is a hype, loud brand. I'm 32. Our main target audience is like Gen Alpha, Gen Z. So I'm like, I don't even like social, like TikTok. I'm not about it, bro.
Yeah.
You know, but it's what is about this. So there was so many things that I had to do. And so when you ask me what I imagine EM Boys in 5 years, I'm like, I know that God is going to put EM Boys everywhere. I know that because I know that he is doing something I could ask or imagine. And so if I imagine EM Boys in 5 years,
it's still less
he's
that God will
already
do,
broken every single
so
expectation.
cool.
Last year at EM Boys, we had the best year that we ever had. We had so much community. We had so many people who were championing the brand and who were evangelizing with the clothing, speaking to people, just building up. I've seen so much transformation in people over the past year who a year ago, they were not where they are now when it comes to Christ, when it comes to their ministry, performing, things like this. And so when you ask me what I imagine EM Boys to be in 5 years, it's like the biggest thing is, yes, it is like it's the biggest Christian clothing brand in the world. It's one of the biggest clothing brands in the world. It's this, and this. It is doing this, that, whatever it's doing. But the truth is that I don't care.
Yeah.
Honestly, the truth is that I don't care. What I care about is I care about running the race that the Lord has set before me,
so good.
and I care about stewarding what he's given to me. If he decides tomorrow, Malachi, EM Boys is over, pack up shop, close it, I'll do it. You know, if he decides to, because I've done it for dance. Like I've done it for dance. I've given it all to him. If I don't dance again, I'll be sad, but I love God more.
Amen.
So when you ask me what I imagine EM Boys to be in 5 years, I imagine it to be bigger than I could even ask or imagine. And I just follow God, and every single day He's my joy. Every single day, I promise you.
So
that's my heart for it all. Seriously.
Yeah.
Inspiration.
That's really good. Last thing. How can our listeners or the people watching? How can they be part of the community that EM Boys has?
You can come see us at our pop-ups, DM us, email us, bug us.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Where can you find you guys?
EM Boys on Instagram. I think it's EM Boys Official on TikTok. Hello at emboys.com. And then our website is emboys.com. But yeah, buy the clothes, get connected. You're already a part of the community, honestly. There's people who I see constantly, and they've not lifted a box or anything, but they're a part of it. The community is not the people who work for EM Boys, because there's really not that many people who work for EM Boys.
But you can also do that.
Yeah, you can.
Come
Like,
through.
well, you can come volunteer.
Exactly.
You can always help.
Yeah, you can always help. Like, come through, bug me about it. I've had people who have come up to me 5 times and been like, "Hey, remember you said da da da," and I'm like, "Yes," and I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
But now I have them who are going to be helping out at Confa and things like that. So
exactly.
so we would love for anyone to be involved if you have a love for the Lord and if you're ready to be uncomfortable and you're ready to step up and just go for it, then do it. But honestly, the biggest way that you can be a part of it, the biggest way that you can help our mission is to just buy the clothing, wear the clothing, tell people about the brand, because it does way more than you could think about.
Amen.
But yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
That's
Thank
it.
you guys so much for being a part of this. Thanks for being on my show today.
Thank you. Malachi.
The turntables are crazy.
oh, how the turntables turn.
Whoa.
No,
Yeah, the next episode will just you'll
just be
just
you.
hear Malachi.
Bro, imagine. I'm like, hey, what's up, you guys? So it's Malachi.
Welcome to Malachi's dialogue.
Welcome to Malachi's monologue. We are here
Monologue,
today.
dialogue, whatever.
Whatever.
Fun
Potato,
fact,
potato,
monologue
potato.
is because one and dialogue is between two.
I know that.
Because die and mono
Mono.
is one.
Die
Yeah.
and mono.
Exactly. So it's
Latin,
Latin. Anyways, that's it.
Dialogue.
That's
I've
your
been
lesson
in
for
high
today.
school, so
But
I know.
Yeah,
seriously,
but I haven't. This is where you see the difference.
follow us on IG. Like, just like, comment,
Yeah.
share, do that, because we're trying to push across Europe. We're trying to push into UK, into the US. We're really trying to push this brand across and reaching across the lines of nations is something I know nothing about. I didn't know anything about running a clothing brand last year. So here we are. So God's doing
Everything
more
is
than I could
possible
actually
through
imagine.
Christ, you know?
No, honestly, it
Yeah,
really
yeah,
is.
that's so cool.
Just start
Yeah.
and see what God does.
I have a crazy question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Running over time, but could we do Jesus Yaps X Ian Boys?
Clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So,
we could discuss
Maybe
it.
for us too.
Yeah, like crew shirts.
Yeah.
We could discuss it. We could discuss it. Yeah. We could definitely. We could chat. We could chat.
Yeah, we could chat.
He put the pressure on me. Huh?
Yeah,
on the
he
show.
did. On the show. I told him earlier about this.
You
I
know
was
what-
like, don't ask him.
You know what's
here.
hilarious? is Shark Tank. You know Shark Tank?
we
They
know.
have the deal. They're like, it's a deal. A lot of those deals actually don't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a deal.
Yeah.
I'm joking. No, but
Okay, wrap it up, Nestor.
we can
Wrap it
definitely
up.
discuss it for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
let's
I mean,
discuss it. Let's discuss it.
It's something that,
We
let's
can discuss
chat,
it. Let's chat. Let's have a chat. Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
My voice is dying, so
Yeah.
let's wrap it up.
But thank you, Malachi, for coming to the show.
Thank you
Coming
so
to
much.
Yaps.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, it was joyous on our side. It was so great. You're such a yapper, so it's really good to have you in GC Yaps.
Yeah, come again, bro. Honestly,
Yeah, we need to have you in another
I would love to
episode.
come back.
sometime.
I had like 100 questions.
Yeah,
Really?
bro.
Waiting,
we had
I
so many
skipped
more
through
questions.
everything.
Swear, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We should do another
okay.
episode.
I need to
we
keep
should
it
do another
shorter next
episode.
time. Yeah,
sometime.
let's. Hey, if you want, okay, here's the thing. If you want to see a part 2, I don't know, blow this episode up, share
Yeah.
it, tag Jesus Yaps, and say we want a part 2.
Yeah.
And then I'll be back,
And then
and then
we're
you
gonna
can
do a
hear
part 2.
more.
And then it's gonna be Malachi's monologue.
Yeah, and then it's gonna be
yeah.
Malachi's monologue again.
Well, thank you to everyone who was listening at Spotify, to everyone who was watching at TV7. Now I can actually switch back to Finnish for the closer. Kiitos kun kuuntelit jakson. Kiitos Jeesus siitä, että me ollaan saatu aloittaa kakkosseasoni. Kiitos siitä, että katsoit jakson TV7 yövalon puolella. Me seuraamme IGs at Jesus Yaps. Me ottaa meidän IGt haltuun Nestori Frilander ja Jantunen, sillä että se E on 3. Ja, ja meidän uusi crew member at Eelis Laulumaa, joka on nyt kakkosseasonilla kanssa messissä. Käy ottaa meidät haltuun IGs, käy seuraa ja keep on following Jesus. Jatka Jeesuksen seuraamista.
Kyllä.
Ja me palataan seuraavassa jaksossa.
Jep.
Näin.
Siunausta.
Kiitos. Bless you. Moro.